We're recording, yes. Right. See a lot of people asking how to install mods. They're coming from console to PC or something. They're not sure how to do it. The obvious route is in-game. But a lot of the decent mods for PC are not on the in-game mod hub. So we're using Google Chrome. I'll just flick through anything in particular. I saw this one, I thought these will do. They're pretty obvious. There's nothing else like them, so we're not going to get mixed up and say I've already got them. Yeah, so there we're going to double click on, open them up, look, and we're going to choose this download. Some of them have other options here. Download direct from ModHub is the one I usually choose. Obviously there's other sites that are different. Pops up down here. It's already done. Look, you can. The easiest way to get to this is right click it and show in folder, and it'll appear in here with all the other stuff. It's already labelled. Look, there it is. FS19 lizard weight. That one. Okay. Just in case, I've actually got my download set to my D drive, which is my larger storage drive. But most PCs will be set up to download automatically, unless you've already changed this and your downloads come in a different location. It'll be in the downloads folder, and then just look for it. I've got all sorts of rubbish in here, as you can see. Now I can't find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Right, we're going to right click that and we're going to cut it, which for those of you who don't know, copy will duplicate it and then place it in a new place. Cut will remove it, so there's only ever one copy. Most of you will find your farming sim has been installed in documents. If you got it from Steam, the natural place would be your documents folder, which is usually on C. My games, so I'll swap mine around a bit because of the storage. This is actually still on my D drive. My games, Farming Sim 19, and then mods. But mine's empty. Why is mine empty? No, I have got mods. I just prefer to keep them in a slightly different place. Again, for storage reasons. I store mine straight on my D drive, straight there, FS19 mods. Then there's all my mods. Okay, it doesn't matter, I've just changed the location of it. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But this is where the game, I've told the game to look for the mods. Say if you are running a standard game, it'd be in documents, my games, and then FS19 mods, and then you can right click and paste and it'll put it in there, but we're not going to leave it there. We're going to cut it again, and because I go to my mods folder so often. Oh no, it's not that one. That's Farming Sim. It'll be in D. FS19 mods. There's a reason behind this, because when you start getting a lot of mods, it really affects the load times of your game. So what I like to do, I've not done it with 19 yet, but I've done several folders in my 17 folder. Then this is all my 17 mods, as you can see. It's got to load every one of them every time. I haven't separated the 19 folder, but in this one I've separated it, and makes it a bit easier. You know, when I'm playing that map, I just change where Farming Sim looks for those mods. Or I've got one that's for big maps, one that's particularly for logging, which doesn't have a lot of the other stuff in, as logging things in. Just separated it up, so when you come to boot the game, if you've got a lot of mods, all them mods will drag down your load time. If you separate them into different folders like this, I didn't even put anything in there, look. A fair few in there, but not as many as all of them. I've got some stuff in there that I like for the bigger maps. There's still quite a few in there, but believe me, there's a lot less than all of the mods, and it saves a lot of loading time. But because we've not been on 19 long, I haven't got many mods for it, really. They're you know, I just leave them in one folder for now. But as that starts to get load times start to get difficult, I'll separate them up and change them for however I feel like it. What am I doing? Don't do that. Right, so we've copied and pasted them into that folder. As I say, if you've changed the location over there. Now, if you've got a farming sim running, you'll need to restart it. But we're going to open the game. As you see there, I'm on Steam. When it opens, when it loads, see, so it's slowing down already. To get rid of some of them mods, if I remove all them mods, it'll load a lot quicker than this. I'll show you that in just a minute. Mods and it should be an install. And there it is. Look, installed. The lizard weight. It's there. Presumably, if we go to Korea, I know this one. This one I've just started the other night. It had every single mod on I had. But obviously now it should have one of these not ticked wherever they are. There they are. You see, look, they're not ticked because they're new. So if you drop a new mod in, rather than scrolling, if you drop a couple of new mods in and you go back to your save game, don't miss out this step. Make sure there's a tick in that box. The easiest way I find is just to deselect all and then reselect all, and then you know. If you've added half a dozen mods and you've got loads in here, you're going to have to scroll through that whole list. So just deselect all, select all, and it'll add everything back in. And then it'll be in your game. I'm not going to bother going into the game to show you. But what I will show you, this works exactly the same for 17 and 19. Go into your documents folder. My games, farm and sim, whichever one you want to use. And I think, I can't remember now, I think it's in game, is it? One of these. No, in there. Yeah, there it is, look. Mods directory override active. Make sure that says true. And then whatever you put in there, see how that is D FS19 mods. That's because it's going to D and FS19 mods. So it's changing this game settings file, making sure that says true, changing exactly where you want that to go. Will change where the game looks for the mods. So if you want your game is installed on your C drive, but you have a larger storage drive and your C is getting full because you've got loads of mods, create a new game on your storage drive, whack all your mods onto that, and then change the address in there, and that's where it'll find it. If you look at my equivalent one for 17 documents, games, I think the layout in 17 is slightly different. It's down the bottom of the page. Come on, wakey. Game settings, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not at the top here, look, it's down here, but it's exactly the same line. Mods directory override active true. And then at the minute I'm using that folder. I've just added that extra bit in. But if you want to yours should look you can do that. If you click up there, look, it gives you exactly what you need to write. When it's like that, it's laid out nice and neat for you. But if you click on it as though you're going to type it, you can right click, you can copy that. Let's get rid of that 17. Get rid of all these others. We're not using them. game settings.xml. This is the one for 19. Look. Ooh, right. We can select that, right click, paste clean over it. It's added that in there. Save it. And now I'll close that out of the way. And now you see it's telling it to go here. This folder's empty. I guarantee you when I open this game it'll say I have no mods. Just a note as well, whatever address you have in that notepad there, if you've got that set to a different folder, your in-game mod hub will download mods to whatever folder. None. But if I was to download one of these now, it would put it in. If you download this, let's just download this cow edition. Installed 100%. Yes, we want to quit the game. Well, no, don't restart it. Just quit out. You can see it's going to restart in a second, but you can see it's put it in that folder this time. Yeah, now we've got to wait for it to load. But you watch out. See how much quicker that wasn't loading. That loaded like really quick compared to when it had all the mods in it at the beginning. That didn't take long at all to load in with just one mod, did it? So that's the reason why. If you're running 2 or 3 different maps and you want to, you got a load of logging gear, you got a load of big, massive tractors through, and as well the maps. If you've got like a few big maps that are quite big files, X4 maps and such like, they're going to be quite big files. It's got to load all them maps in to the game for no reason because you're not going to use them. So if you've got like, say you've got a login map, you've got a massive map with massive fields that you like to play on, and you've got a small little UK map or something with a small area that you like to play on. And for each one of those, you've got a different set of mods. So you've got a different map and a different set of mods that you use in each time. That's why I break them down into these. And then you haven't got it. If you're going to go and play your login map, you'll just go into that folder. It doesn't take 2 seconds to just go in there. Where's it gone? Can't even find it now. My games. Over there. Oops. Oh, come on. You'll just go in there. You'll change that. Once you get used to where it is, you could even, if you're doing this a lot, you could shortcut it to the desktop or something. But you just go in there and you just edit the last bit of that back. Once you get used, you just change the last bit, like the one I've got for. I'll show you on the one I've got for 17 set up. Game at the moment, I've been using. I'd just change that to login and then save it. I don't need to mess around because I know you get to know what words you're using. You can put whatever you want in there. You can call that folder whatever you want, as long as it matches that. And then you can just swap that. It doesn't take you 2 seconds to go into that. Oh, I'm going to do this map today. Save myself a bit of time. I'm going to swap this over. Blah, blah, blah. Done. Load the game. Easy peasy. Oh, got to turn that back. But yeah. So if you're wondering how to download mods, straight on the mod site, watch out for all these adverts and rubbish, don't pick them. There's a download, and this one, it's always around here, this bit. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 of them. I usually go for the mod hood US one. Download that. If you're using Chrome, it pops up here. If you're using Explorer or anything else, it usually tells you somewhere along the lines where you're putting it. You can always view it in folder. If you can't, it'll tell you what it's called. If you really can't find it, just type in there. It should. Oh my god, I've got so much stuff with 550. It's my own car. Why haven't I got a picture of my own car? You should be able to find it fairly easy. There you go, look. Found it. It's there searching. That's just searching the whole computer, but you know you can easily find it. It'll be in downloads there, unless you've messed around changing any of the settings with your PC. It'll be in downloads where all your other rubbish gets downloaded to. But yeah, simple as whatever mod it is, whether it's a map, whether it's anything. The only other thing to note, they are always zipped. You want them in your game folder as when you get to where am I looking? When you're in here, these are all zip folders. They work as unzipped, but if you go in online, multiplayer gaming, then in any way you'll need these in a zip. Unzipped folders work, but without work fine in single player, but not in multiplayer. Then inside should look like that. You should have one of these i3D files. You should have a couple of XML, one of your mod description. One's usually titled the same as the i3D. It should look like that. Sometimes when you get a pack of stuff, if you get a lot of like, let's have a look, see if we can find one. Yeah. Sometimes if you get a pack like this with all these trailers in, or this with all these lorries in, you might find, I don't know, you can click that download there, look, and it's here. See, there's two on that one. We'll download this one, we'll have a quick look, see. Chances are it might not. Yeah, no, it's not. They're all ready to go in there. Look, there's different ones for each truck. Sometimes they'll bunch up. You'll open this up and there'll be a separate zip folder for each truck. What you need is a zip folder with something looking like this. If it's 3 or 4 mods, it'll have 3 or 4 of these i3D files for one for each mod. There's usually only one mod description for all of them. Sometimes when you get a map with a few packs of, with a few extra tractors in or buildings in or something like that, you get the map. If you open that zip folder up and there's 3 or 4 zip folders, then them zip folders that you need to go into your mods folder, if that makes sense. You really want it so that it looks so when you open it up, you see something like that. If you see another zip folder in there, it's not going to work. Obviously all these, they're all slightly different. This one's a map. It's got different things, but sometimes I can't remember which one it was. I downloaded now, but might have been, I think this pack by Stevie. There was all these by Stevie, look. By Stevie, by Stevie, by Stevie. All these, I think, came in one folder. So when I downloaded it, in me come in my downloads, it's probably not in here. No. These are some I haven't moved across, but oh, that one was. When I downloaded that, let's see if we can just download that one again. Then I just want you to see so you know. Maps. I wonder if I can find it fairly easily. Fetton Forest by Stevie, look. That's the one. We'll download that one again. Three minutes? Man. It's a good map actually. I like this one. Yeah, well, maybe we won't bother with that. That's going to take ages. Yeah, but you'll see. You'll see. Basically, when you open one of these, it wants to be. You don't want to have other folders in it. Yeah, you don't want to see any more of these folders with this little zip on inside your mods folder. Yeah. Don't know what that was for. Ah, there's one. Look, this one's for 17. There's 2 different maps in there. So what you'd have to do, these ones are the ones that want to go, oh, don't like it. What's up with that? Probably because I clicked it so many times. This looks like it should, yeah? You see what I mean? If you... What the heck? Where has all this come from? It didn't like that, did it? How did it end up down there? Come on, open. Yeah. See how it's got 2 zip folders in there? If I copy and paste that, if I just cut that or copy it and drop it straight in my mods folder like that, yeah. If I did that in my mods folder, it's not gonna. Where's it gone? No, it's still bloody copying. That's taking ages. See, a lot of them they title it unzip me. Yeah, unzip me. So chances are, if it says unzip me, when you're gonna have it, it's gonna have these 2 in it. Yeah. So these ones would be the ones you copy to your mods folder. If it tries opening a folder and it sees nothing but these 2, it ain't gonna load it. All right. So when you open them in your mods folder, they want to look something like this. Yeah. Okay. There you go. See you later.